Welcome to a world where ancient civilizations are interwoven with magical modernity. Today, we embark on an intriguing journey through the hidden corners of the Kingdom of Bahrain, an island pearl of the Middle East. Awaiting you are the architectural masterpieces of Manama, the majestic tranquility of the Al-Fateh Mosque, as well as mysterious ancient burial mounds and the legendary Tree of Life. Prepare to discover a country that holds secrets of more than 4,000 years of history. Are you ready to immerse yourself in this enigmatic world? Look further and discover Bahrain, which captivates. Bahrain, officially the Kingdom of Bahrain, is a small country located on an archipelago in the Persian Gulf in the Middle East. This island nation comprises about 33 islands, the largest of which is Bahrain. The country covers an area of approximately 760 square kilometers. Geographically, it is situated between Qatar and the eastern coast of Saudi Arabia, to which it is connected by the King Fahd Causeway. The capital and largest city is Manama. The climate of Bahrain is characterized as dry tropical. Summers are hot, with temperatures reaching up to 50 degrees Celsius, while winters are mild and moderate, with temperatures around 20 degrees. The country receives minimal rainfall annually, primarily concentrated in the winter months. Bahrain's culture is a unique blend of tradition and modernity. As one of the first states to adopt Islam in the 7th century, the country retains a significant spiritual heritage in everyday life, art, and architecture. However, it is also known for its tolerance and multiculturalism. Various religious and cultural traditions are welcomed, allowing more than 100 nationalities to reside on the islands. When planning a trip to Bahrain, tourists are advised to bring United States dollars, which can be easily exchanged for Bahraini dinars, the local currency. One dinar consists of 1,000 fils. Traditionally, prices in the country are high, especially in the hospitality sector, so the average tourist is recommended to bring around 100 United States dollars per day to cover accommodation, dining, and entertainment expenses. The optimal time to visit Bahrain is from November to March when the weather is most comfortable. During this period, temperatures remain pleasantly moderate and the tourist season begins. The summer months, from April to October, are too hot for comfortable sightseeing. It is important to note that some regions may experience unstable weather conditions, so it is necessary to check forecasts before traveling. In terms of population, Bahrain is home to more than 1.5 million people, a significant number of whom are expatriates who come to work. Manama, the capital and largest city, serves as the cultural and economic center, housing important attractions, shopping, and business centers. Other notable cities include Muharraq, the second-largest island and city known for its historical heritage, and Riffa, famous for its luxurious residential areas. Bahrain's history is rich and eventful, beginning with the Dilmun civilization that existed on this island more than 4,000 years ago, and continuing to the modern period of independence achieved in 1971 after a British protectorate. The influences of the Persian Empire, the Arab Caliphate, and European powers have left a deep imprint on Bahrain's cultural heritage. Traditions such as falconry and fishing are part of the centuries-old cultural practices. However, the country is full of interesting and unexpected facts. Bahrain is known for its ancient burial mounds recognized as UNESCO heritage sites and is also considered a possible location of the biblical Eden. It also hosts an annual Formula One race which attracts numerous visitors from around the world. Safety in Bahrain is rated as high, but standard caution is recommended. Particular attention should be paid to cultural and religious norms and local laws and customs, especially in public places. Regarding medical recommendations, tourists are advised to have valid medical insurance and to have antibiotics, antiseptics, and sunscreen with them. High-quality medical services are available in Bahrain, though they can be expensive. In terms of public transport, Bahrain offers convenient bus routes and taxis, which serve as primary means of transportation for both locals and tourists. Renting a car is perhaps the best option for traveling around the islands, given the country's size. Bahraini cuisine is a feast of flavors, blending Arabian, Persian, and Indian traditions. Tourists should try makbuz, a dish made of rice, meat, and spices, as well as popular Arab meze and fresh seafood. Adventure and extreme sports enthusiasts will find exciting opportunities in Bahrain for water sports, such as kite surfing and diving, as well as the chance to explore deserts by jeep, creating unforgettable experiences. Hello, friends. Today we are embarking on an amazing journey through the 5 most popular places in magical Bahrain, which, despite its compact size, holds a great number of cultural and historical treasures. So, let's start with Manama, the capital of Bahrain. This city captivates with its unique architecture and numerous skyscrapers, but the true heart of Manama is Bab al-Bahrain, the gateway to Bahrain. Built in the mid-20th century, these gates have become a symbol of entry into the city's historic trading center. Here, you can also enjoy the local market, filled with the aromas of spices and sweets. One of the highlights of Bab al-Bahrain is its stunning evening illumination, which brings the history and culture of this ancient place to life. The next stop on our route is the majestic Al-Fateh Grand Mosque. It is one of the largest mosques in the world, accommodating over 7,000 worshippers. The mosque enchants with its architectural sophistication and is open to all visitors. Inside, you will find a true fairy tale of marble and glass, accentuated by the exquisite work of decorators. By the way, did you know that the dome of this mosque is entirely made of fiberglass and is the largest of its kind? Next, we have another amazing place waiting for us, the Bahrain National Museum, which is a true treasure trove of archaeological finds. Open to the public in 1993, it offers a journey through time and acquaints us with the fascinating history of the island, starting from the Dilmun civilization. Here, you can see artifacts over 4,000 years old, including finds from ancient tombs and ancient manuscripts. We must not forget the Bahrain Fort, also known as Qalat al-Bahrain. This site is included in the UNESCO World Heritage List and embodies the island's centuries-old history. The fort served as a residence for various civilizations for over 4,000 years. Walking among its mighty walls and ancient ruins is like turning the pages of a history book. Our last stop is the incredible Tree of Life. Located in the desert, it has stood here in solitude for over 400 years, defying all weather challenges. The tree is shrouded in legends and mysticism, and no one truly knows where it draws water from in this arid region. This is mysterious Bahrain for you. There are still many undiscovered wonders left. If you're ready to learn more, do not forget to subscribe to our channel and like this video. There are many interesting things ahead. Bab al-Bahrain is an iconic landmark that plays a significant role in the cultural and historical identity of Bahrain. These gates, located at the northern part of Manama, the capital of Bahrain, serve as the starting point for the souk market, attracting locals and tourists from various corners of the world. The name Bab al-Bahrain translates to Gate of Bahrain, and this name fully reflects its importance as a historical and cultural entrance to the city. Built in the mid-20th century, Bab al-Bahrain represents a stunning blend of traditional and modern architectural styles. It was completed in 1945 by British architect Charles Belgrave, who served as an advisor to the rulers of Bahrain for many years. Initially conceived as an administrative building, Bab al-Bahrain gradually became a symbol of the country's cultural and commercial wealth. Its original design has undergone restorations over the years, preserving its initial architectural concept. The history of Bab al-Bahrain is closely tied to the history of the region. The gates were constructed during a period when Bahrain was still under British protectorate, and the attempt to combine Western and traditional Eastern architectural styles was very indicative. One interesting fact about Bab al-Bahrain is that the gates were originally located closer to the shore than they are now. Due to urbanization and reconstruction of Manama's coastal areas, the coastline was extended, placing the gates about 1 kilometer inland from the current shore. In terms of cultural aspects, Bab al-Bahrain serves as the gateway to the central market, where one can find a variety of goods, from spices and fabrics to traditional jewelry and souvenirs. Here, shoppers can experience the true essence of Oriental color, immersing themselves in the hustle and vibrant hues of commercial life. It is thanks to such trade centers and markets that Bahrain has retained its multicultural heritage, as merchants and travelers from various parts of the world have come here, contributing to the country's cultural diversity. It is important for visitors to remember that Bab al-Bahrain is not only a place for shopping, it is also a center of cultural life. Various exhibitions and cultural events are regularly held here, aimed at promoting Bahraini art and culture. Artists, craftsmen, and designers use this space to showcase their works, attracting the attention of both locals and tourists. Thus, Bab al-Bahrain has become a platform for the interaction of cultures and the preservation of traditions, reinforcing its significance as a symbol of Bahrain's national identity. An interesting aspect is also that Bab al-Bahrain was included in Bahrain's urban restoration program by the government. The aim of this program is to preserve and adapt historical sites to modern living conditions so they can serve as cultural pillars for future generations. As a result of the restoration completed in 2010, some original elements of the building, such as patterned ceramic details and carved decorations, were restored, highlighting its historical significance. Today, Bab al-Bahrain is an important tourist destination where visitors can witness not only architectural beauty but also enjoy local culture and cuisine. Near the gates, there are many cafes and restaurants offering both traditional Bahraini dishes and international cuisine. It is a place where history meets modernity, creating a unique atmosphere for all who visit. In conclusion, Bab al-Bahrain reflects the complexity and multifaceted nature of Bahrain, a country with a rich historical heritage and a dynamically developing economy. This landmark symbolizes the idea that the past and present are closely intertwined, creating a living fabric of culture that continues to inspire and draw people from all over the world. Every brick and ornament of the building reminds us of Bahrain's deep connection to its history and how this history continues to live in the heart of Manama through Bab al-Bahrain. Al-Fateh Mosque, also known as the Great Mosque of Al-Fateh, is one of the most significant and iconic architectural structures in the Kingdom of Bahrain. It is located in Manama, the country's capital, and is the largest mosque not only in Bahrain but also one of the largest in the world. It is not only a religious center but also an important cultural and tourist attraction, drawing a large number of visitors both from the local population and from abroad. The history of Al-Fateh Mosque begins with the idea of its creation in the early 1980s. It was built in 1988 at the initiative of Sheikh Isa bin Salman Al Khalifa, who wished to create a significant religious building that would reflect the grandeur and pride of Islamic architecture, as well as serve as a spiritual and cultural center for the people of Bahrain. The construction employed high-quality materials brought from various corners of the world, giving the mosque its unique and majestic appearance. The mosque is named after Ahmed Al-Fateh, the first ruler of Bahrain from the Al Khalifa dynasty, who conquered the region in 1783. Al-Fateh translates from Arabic as the Conqueror, a title this ruler received for his successes and achievements in the political and military sphere. Thus, Al-Fateh Mosque symbolizes not only religious but also historical aspects of Bahraini culture. One of the most impressive features of the mosque is its architecture. The dome of the mosque, which is one of the largest in the world, is made entirely of fiberglass and impresses with its stunning beauty and dimensions. The diameter of the dome is more than 20 meters, and it gracefully rises over 60 meters above the building complex, creating an extraordinary sense of space and openness inside. In addition to the dome, the minarets of the mosque, which soar into the sky, emphasizing the harmony and grandeur of its architectural appearance, also draw attention. The interior of the mosque is no less grandiose than its exterior. Spacious halls adorned with exquisite stucco decorations and wood carvings create an atmosphere of tranquility and spirituality. The mosque's interior combines elements of traditional Islamic architecture with modern design solutions, making it unique in its kind. The floors of Al-Fateh are covered with high-quality carpet, specially hand-woven in Scotland to match the size and color scheme of the mosque. Enormous chandeliers, brought from France and made from Murano glass, add extra luxury and elegance to the interior. Special attention is deserved by the library at the mosque, also known as the Center for Islamic Arts. It is one of the largest cultural institutions in Bahrain, housing an extensive collection of books, manuscripts, and other materials dedicated to Islamic culture, history, and religion. The library is an important educational and research center, actively visited by students, scholars, and all those interested in Islamic cultural heritage. Regular exhibitions, lectures, and seminars are held here, stimulating interest in the study of various aspects of Islamic civilization. For visitors, Al-Fateh Mosque is always open. It is not only a place for prayers and religious rituals, but also a cultural and educational center, where people strive to come to enjoy the splendor of the architecture and learn more about the rich history of the Islamic world. Tours are conducted regularly, allowing visitors to immerse themselves in the atmosphere of spirituality and beauty of this unique place. Guides explain the various architectural elements, materials, and history of the mosque, sharing intriguing facts and anecdotes related to its construction and operation. An interesting fact, due to its size, Al-Fateh Mosque can accommodate up to 7,000 worshippers simultaneously. This makes it a central venue for religious gatherings and celebrations in Bahrain. On special Islamic holidays, such as Ramadan and Eid al-Fitr, thousands of believers gather here to participate in mass prayers and celebrations. Over the years, Al-Fateh Mosque has become a symbol of national identity and pride for Bahrainis, its image often used in promotional materials related to the country's cultural representation on the international stage. It is not only a religious building, but also an important element of Bahrain's cultural heritage, symbolizing peace and prosperity. It reflects not only the grandeur of architecture, but also the spirit of the Bahraini people, enterprising, open to the world, and preserving their traditions. Al-Fateh Mosque continues to attract the attention of thousands of people monthly. It is a magnet for tourists and a significant place for locals, and its history and beauty remain a source of inspiration for many generations. Bahrain Museum, located in the capital city of Manama, is one of the most significant cultural institutions in the Middle East. It is the first national museum in the country, welcoming visitors since 1993 and serving as a crucial platform for the research, preservation, and presentation of Bahrain's cultural heritage. The museum is a true architectural gem, featuring a modern building with elements of traditional Bahraini design, making it not only a cultural but also an architectural landmark. This museum, situated on the northeastern coast of the island, spans an area of over 27,000 square meters and is surrounded by beautiful gardens with views of the Arabian Gulf. It was created to house the immense cultural heritage accumulated by the country over many millennia, and it undoubtedly fulfills this role, offering visitors collections that cover various aspects of the life and customs of the local peoples from ancient times to the present era. One of the most impressive parts of the Bahrain Museum's exhibition is the archaeological finds representing different eras and cultures that have left their mark on the country's territory. Here you can see artifacts dating back to the 3rd millennium BCE, when Bahrain was part of the ancient Dilmun civilization world, which flourished as an important center of trade and culture. Visitors can view ceramics, seals, stone tools, and other objects that illustrate the highly developed culture of ancient Dilmun. Dilmun, which was first mentioned by the Sumerians in their cuneiform texts, was considered the land of immortality and had significant trade relevance due to its strategic location. This civilization is still surrounded by many myths and legends, and the museum exhibits provide a glimpse into a world that remains a mystery for many. Of particular interest are reconstructions of Neolithic dwellings and tombs, offering a view of how ancient Bahrainis lived and buried their deceased. Another important aspect of the museum's exhibition is the Islamic heritage. The museum offers collections illustrating the development of Islam on the island from its early days to the present. Ancient Quran manuscripts, calligraphy, as well as examples of Islamic architecture and art are showcased here. Visitors can appreciate the level of craftsmanship and harmony inherent in Islamic culture in various fields such as stone carving, fabric production, and jewelry making. Equally intriguing is the section of the museum exhibition dedicated to modern Bahrain. It features works by local artists, artisans, and craftsmen, showcasing the evolution of Bahraini culture. It is known that Bahrain, like the entire Persian Gulf region, is experiencing rapid development, and the museum, reflecting modernity, acts as a mirror to these processes. Bahrain Museum is also known for regularly hosting temporary exhibitions dedicated to various aspects of global and local culture and history. This makes it an actively vibrant center of the country's cultural life, which not only preserves and displays the past but also actively engages with the present and future. Bahrain Fort, also known as Qalat al-Bahrain, is one of the most significant archaeological sites in Bahrain and a world-renowned landmark. This unique place offers researchers and tourists the opportunity to touch a centuries-old history of a region that has played a key role in trade and cultural exchange between the East and West for millennia. The history of Bahrain Fort goes deep into the centuries, covering periods of different civilizations and cultures, starting with the Dilmun civilization about 4,000 years ago and up to the Islamic period in recent history. This site, inscribed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2005, is a testament to Bahrain's complex history. Archaeological research conducted over several decades has uncovered a complex stratigraphy representing continuous human presence. Under different layers of soil lie ruins of residential and public buildings, burials, and fortifications, highlighting the fort's status as a key urban center of the past. The culture surrounding Bahrain Fort is inextricably linked with the civilizations that inhabited it. Bahrain, historically known as Tylos during Greco-Roman times and famous for its maritime trade routes, was a true harbor for cultural exchange and prosperity. The populations residing in this region actively traded with India, Mesopotamia, and other parts of the Middle East, exchanging not only goods but also ideas, which fostered the development of a unique cultural and architectural blend. Particularly noteworthy is the fact that Bahrain Fort, in addition to its civic role, also played a military role in later periods of history. Its fortifications, dating from the Portuguese occupation in the 16th century, testify to its strategic importance for controlling the maritime routes of the Persian Gulf. The Portuguese troops built massive walls and towers from coral stone, some of which have partially survived, allowing us to imagine how the fortress appeared in its defensive guise. Fascinating facts about Bahrain Fort may surprise even the seasoned historian. Archaeological excavations reveal information about sophisticated urban planning that existed during the Dilmun era, with water supply and sewage systems pointing to a high level of engineering thought at the time. On the fortress's grounds, ceramics and ornaments have been discovered, indicating developed trade relations. Remarkably, discoveries at the site include artifacts that may be linked to Narmer, the pharaoh legendary for uniting Upper and Lower Egypt, hinting at Bahrain's connectivity and importance as a trade hub in ancient times. Modern research continues to deepen our understanding of this important archaeological site. Discoveries of both symbolic and practical nature allow us to envision the lifestyle of people from those times. Various storage and production sites found within the fort testify to the complex social and economic structure that existed during the Dilmun period. This once again confirms the significance of Bahrain Fort not only as an archaeological site, but also as a cultural monument. The fort is located near the modern city of Manama and is easily accessible to tourists. Visitors can not only explore the fort's grounds, but also visit the nearby museum, which provides deep information on the results of archaeological research at this site. The museum offers exhibits illustrating different eras of the fort's history and provides an opportunity to trace its evolution from the Dilmun period to the present. The exhibitions shed light not only on construction methods and defensive structures, but also on the everyday life of its residents, including food, clothing, and trade relations. It is interesting that Bahrain Fort is situated on a mound known as a tell, which attests to the multi-layered cultural heritage of the region, where each new arrival or cultural exchange was layered atop the previous one. This tell phenomenon allows archaeologists to study different cultural layers almost in one place, providing unique insights into the development of various civilizations and their interaction with the surrounding world. Visiting Bahrain Fort leaves guests with an unforgettable impression due to its historical and cultural heritage, behind which lies a multitude of fascinating stories. The atmosphere and views of the nearby coasts of the Persian Gulf create a truly magical experience, connecting the past and the urgent present. This place not only inspires with its views and rich history, but also stimulates all visitors to a deeper understanding of the influence of past civilizations on the contemporary world and the powerful cultural influence of Bahrain. For local residents, there is a deep connection with this fort, as it is perceived as the embodiment of a centuries-old heritage that shapes the national identity and self-awareness of Bahrainis. Preservation and support of the fort have become the task not only of archaeologists but of the entire culture of Bahrain, which attaches great importance to its protection and study. Thus, Bahrain Fort, or Qalat al-Bahrain, is not just an ancient defensive structure but a living testament to the multifaceted history of the region, its cultural wealth, and influence over millennia. This place continues to inspire with its historical significance and uncover new aspects of the lives of ancient civilizations, so different and yet similar to our modern society. A visit to this fort becomes a journey through the ages and an opportunity to delve deeper into the rich and diverse cultural landscape that Bahrain presents to the world. The Tree of Life in Bahrain, also known as Shajarat al-Haya, is one of the most mysterious and enchanting natural phenomena in the world. This famous tree, standing alone in the desert of Bahrain, has attracted the attention of tourists, scientists, and researchers for several decades. Located approximately 10 kilometers from the capital city Manama, it is situated atop a sandy dune offering magnificent views of the desert landscape. The tree stands about 9.5 meters tall and is estimated to be around 400 years old. One immediately wonders how the tree manages to survive without any visible source of water in such a harsh environment. This phenomenon is always shrouded in mystery, giving rise to numerous legends and theories. One of the most popular local legends associates the tree with a mythical story of the Garden of Eden, believed to be located somewhere in the region of Mesopotamia. It is thought that the tree has access to underground water sources, or that its roots reach down several dozen meters to hidden underground aquifers. However, scientific evidence to support this has not yet been found. The cultural significance of the Tree of Life for the people of Bahrain is undeniable. It symbolizes persistence and survival, resilience of spirit, and its inseparable connection with life on this planet, even in seemingly unfavorable conditions. For the Bahrainis, this tree has become a national symbol, reflecting the resilience and tenacity needed to survive in the harsh climate of the Middle East. Historical evidence suggests the potential use of this tree by residents of nearby villages for various rituals and ceremonial actions. Local tribes and clans might have revered this tree as sacred, attributing mystical properties to it, such as the ability to extend life and heal wounds. In this context, it became a place for meditation and seeking inner enlightenment. It is known that in ancient times these trees were an important part of the ecosystem, providing materials for making tools and furniture, and also serving as a source of food and water for animals, which may also explain the tree's resilience to harsh conditions. An interesting aspect related to the Tree of Life is its ecological significance. In a time when global climate change is worsening living conditions in many parts of the world, the phenomenon of the Tree of Life inspires scientific research aimed at finding ways to adapt plants to extreme conditions. Scientists from different countries are conducting research to understand the genetic and biological mechanisms that allow this tree to thrive where others simply cannot survive. The results of such studies may be applied in agricultural technology and bioengineering, opening up new ways to ensure food supply in regions with arid climates. Of course, an important aspect of the charm of the Tree of Life is the myths and legends that surround it. It is said that at certain times of day the tree supposedly emits a faint glow, which, due to special atmospheric conditions, reminded ancient people of its mystical nature. Resting under its canopy was considered favorable for establishing a connection with natural forces and receiving omens about the future. Some travelers who observed the tree during a raging storm or on scorching summer days claimed they were enveloped by feelings of calm satisfaction and peace, which they associated with the influence of the ancient creation. Tourists visiting this captivating place have the opportunity not only to admire the views and take stunning photographs against the backdrop of the majestic tree, but also to ponder the mystery of its source of life. Superstitious people sometimes heed the hints of the tree, trying to notice the shape of its canopy or the arrangement of its branches. These details might serve as omens of fortune or, conversely, trials. Today, the Tree of Life is seen as a key element of Bahrain's tourist appeal. Tour operators actively feature it in promotional materials, offering excursions to explore this amazing phenomenon and involve local guides to tell stories about its history, myths, and scientific discoveries. This contributes to the region's economic development by attracting international guests and stimulating the development of local culture. Thus, the Tree of Life in Bahrain is not just a natural wonder, but also a kind of spiritual beacon, embodying the endurance and mystery of nature. It captivates the imagination and prompts reflection on the eternal questions of life and existence on the planet Earth. With each passing year attracting more attention, this tree continues to be a significant attraction that evokes admiration and provides inspiration to all who come into contact with its unique history and grandeur. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, do not forget to subscribe to our channel and leave comments below.